Welcome back to another video. We got to make this quick. Battery's low. I'm sure many of you will thank my battery for being low. This is my brand new KickScooter E22. I've been quite happy with it. Not completely satisfied, but quite happy with it. So I have gone ahead and purchased the battery upgrade. Apparently you just remove a couple screws here and you install it. So what I ended up with is an actual Segway battery. I was not going to try to makeshift something. But this is a refurbished Segway battery. So this was selling for $299 US. Taxes, shipping, import fees, and duties. This probably would have been 500 bucks Canadian, give or take. I think they were selling it on Amazon for 550 Canadian. It was very, very expensive. So they had this listed refurbished for 120 Canadian. I ended up getting slapped with some pretty heavy duty charges. It was another 60 bucks. I'm 180 Canadian in, which is still a lot cheaper than the 550 Canadian they were asking before. It does have some scuffs and marks, and I don't know how much of it's just weather, how much of it can buff off. I can always wrap it as well, and that would look pretty good. I could probably do an accent color, give this thing a little bit more character than what it currently has. And I have a bunch of vinyl kicking around, red, black, chrome, like you know, a bunch of stuff left over from the car. But apparently it's just remove a few screws, put this on. It does have its own light on it, so I can check battery power, which is pretty nice actually. And I'm just hoping this takes this from good and me really enjoying it to great is the goal. So I need an Allen key. I've got to remove a few screws. It did come with the installation bracket here as well. Remove a few screws, put this bracket on, and then attach this to the bracket. And we should be away at the races from there. So let's get it done and let's go for a ride. There's the power port. There's a receiver part on this piece. If we get it to focus, I don't think we can, but this will sit just like that once we get this metal bracket put on. The new battery here does come with new screws, so these are the screws that replace these ones when they're coming out. I was quite confident I was just going to reuse these and save these in case I needed them, but they are a different length, obviously, because the bracket is a bit deeper. So these long guys here go into these studs here and hold the battery on. So we're getting pretty close. I've got two started. The tapered side does go up. You can tell that because it tapers up inside the battery housing here and then is square down there at the power port. I'm actually quite impressed. There was a firmware update that was quick and simple. Took it for a ride. Expected range is 43 kilometers. I'm going to say it's probably going to get 20, maybe 25. So we are about half, which is okay. I did turn sport mode on. Hills that I was slowing down to 13 kilometers an hour, 11 kilometers an hour, I'm now doing like 17. Going up the hills, the one I hit 13 kilometers an hour, I'm now doing 19. I've seen 26 kilometers an hour is my top speed. It's pretty awful outside right now. It's about 11 degrees Celsius. So the batteries still aren't running at peak performance or anything, but I'm quite pleased with what it did do. Scooter is quite a bit heavier, which I actually thought would be a negative, but it feels like a positive. It just balances out the rider, I think, a little bit better. From initial, I put like 2 or 3 kilometers on it. I went and scooted around town real quick. So stay tuned for actual range and actual distance predictions. I went from 97 to 89%, so I dropped 8% battery, and I did about 2 kilometers. So basic math, 25K. Simple. Quite pleased. Stay tuned for more. Till next time, drive safe, take care, and behave as always.